people steal from each other. There's no amount of self-determination or hard work that will resolve the issues, unless one is willing to return to the thief. The same kill, steal, and destroy. Lack of mentality type of behavior. You only become equal to evil by being evil. Deceit is lethal, especially when it's see-through. No peekaboo, I see you just as sure as a lion ain't from the jungle. But all lion, no jungle. These wings of a bumblebee will humble thee. And so what sells is what you're selling. The humble never crumbles. The rumble of thunder dismantling dishonesty of the ones who have supposedly done what it takes to own everything under the sun. No junk DNA. No junk DNA. No junk DNA. It's life about losing. If to be God is to be remembered, if to be the source is to create things, to be remembered, to be remembered is to recall or be recollected. To be remembered is to be brought back together or united. To be united is to be one. To lose it all is to be what matters. Unity is woman, man, and child. All they can't kill, they lock up. And all they can't lock up, they mop up until there's barely a drop left. When the wealthy do work, they call it business. I don't wanna be a star, give me the benefit if really it exists, with no intent to sell you something that won't be a blessing. Is it fear when you are afraid that no one will join in? If you choose to go against the evil ones till their end, knowing that it takes numbers to win, plus thunders and winds for such a battle to be worth the paddling towards the wicked one with one sword. What can one do but act out a pocket to stay alive, while being doubted as the willing one, but looked at as the outcast that lack culture? But never mind the cultures that vulture, they culture roaches, the ones you may never kill effectively from inside the house. You gotta spray the asses in the grasses where they lay, plan, and plot. Talking to, walking to the beat. Talking to, walking to the beat of the drum as I hum. The bomb on the corner, still standing with the sign as the blind pass by him. Why they do nothing but iron? By humanity, it's all vanity, like stains on your great granny's panties. The type of funk that leave the room with the stench. It's getting to the point that the only time I see my homies is when I'm falling off into a deep sleep. Dreaming that I'm flying. Just yesterday I walked on water. You probably think I'm lying. It was hard for me to cry after the age of 10. Soon as I mastered letting my feelings go, I let them feelings flow through my pen, cleanse my soul from the sin, fill my spirit like a bottle of gin. I used to sip on it till I found myself drifting. That was long before the lane had these young niggas tripping, ripping up the track like a razor blade edge. My lyrics being balanced like crossfaders, the greatest feeling like they less than. Soon as I get the blessing, the track as if I was stretching a piece of cheese 1,000,000 miles long. Feed the hungry till I'm gone, healing niggas in my song. The building indestructible, it seems untouchable to suckers who refuse, who can't seem to clutch these jewels that I'm spilling. In 1492, a terror sailed the ocean blue. I present to you the black family, blackest family, to attempt to abandon blackness. It's unfamiliar to godliness. Some people wanna be on higher levels. How do we deal with the lower levels? How do we turn crumbs into bricks? How do we make more from less? How do we realize that we are the blessed? Are we struggling or are we the struggle? Are we doing bad or are we busy feeling good? Are we serving ourselves? What is a black narrative? What is a black representation? What is a black education? What is black emancipation? What is black elevation? You too busy looking for a spaceship. In 1492 a terrorist sailed the ocean blue. Enough shine to build an emerald city, but still gritty, still gritty, still gritty, but I shine like a ghetto kid playing in the park, or like a roach in the dark, like a roach in the dark, with the art that's so compelling, so compelling. You can smell the canvas, that scent brand in the airways. Without expanding my wings, doing things to keep my kind breathing, doing things to keep my kind breathing. Real warriors overstand the purpose of strategic reading. Some try to defeat the enemy by killing the seed. Some weed them out one at a time, remove fertility. The Billy really a goat, no matter how you cut his throat. There is no significant amount of black people being put in front of the line. There is no. Stop believing the hype, cause the rest of the people have been confused into thinking that affirmative action has something to do with handouts. Never designed for handouts. It was never about giving blacks something they never worked for. Silly people have twisted concept up to mislead. I rarely use the word fair. However, the word fair has nothing to do with hard work. And clearly fair has nothing to do with self-determination. When one man kills, we call it war. Another man kills, we call it murder. One man kills, we call it war. Another man kills, we call it murder. When one man kills, we call it war. Another man kills, we call it murder. When one man kills, we call it war. Another man kills, we call it murder. When I'm rapping about it instead of being about it, you call me a coward, but if I start to get it poppin', you be wanting to call the coppers and see me get locked up. As if good conflict resolution is seen in the news, man. You killing people every day, you killing people everywhere. You can't claim that my conflict with my bros are as windy as the blows that you impose with your fake hocus pocus up on the weak until they hopeless. And as a matter of fact, you gotta be some sort of psychotic serial killer to be willing to steal from indigenous people, then have the nerve to call it yours. When one man kills, we call it war. Another man kills, we call it murder. One man kills, we call it war. Another man kills, we call it murder. Yeah. Oh yeah. How about I teach to you to never shoot each other? How about I teach to you to never shoot each other? I teach to you to never shoot each other. I showed them how to collaborate with a small effort. I showed them how to make a team, a machine for success. If you can lead a bad alone. If you can go to another place, another location. Do not attach yourself to the place where you find so much harm. There's more to what you see and what they want you to believe. To be divine, is that the same thing as being black? To be divine, is that the same thing as being black? To be divine. Yeah, to be black is to be beyond. Winning and losing, to be black is to be divine. One of the most effective methods to get people to come together is to get the two. Believe in the common fear. The question is, does black and white have the same fear? From moment to moment, people are really not aware of themselves and they act with no concern to whether or not their actions bring burns. Do they even care to represent their best self? Regardless of that, destruction is important, even to the development of a diamond mine. To be divine, is that the same thing as being black? To be divine, is that the same thing as being black? To be divine,